0, 1. Let's get started.
So if you missed part 1, I opened up about how my dreams became so vivid they felt indistinguishable from reality. Pain, pleasure, even faces I could never forget. And I told you how it started feeling less like dreams and more like something invading my sleep. Today, part 2, my dreams haunted me in more ways than one. I want to go deeper. I want to talk about what science can tell us, how these dreams continued to affect me, and why sometimes I feel like they're crossing beyond what science can explain. So, what are dreams, scientifically speaking? Most dreaming happens during REM sleep. That's when your brain is super active, your muscles are paralyzed, and your mind feels intensely vivid. Scientists believe dreams can help us process emotions, and even simulate threats to prepare us for waking life. Some theories say they're like overnight therapy, your brain relieving emotional moments in a low-stress neurochemical environment, helping you cope better with the next day. Others think dreaming helps with creativity, generalization, or even avoiding mental overfitting. But what about pain or pleasure in dreams? That's where it gets weird. Studies say pain in dreams is rare, about 1% of dreams in healthy people, but as high as 30% in people suffering from intense or chronic pain. One classic study actually applied physical stimulation during REM sleep, and some participants actually reported dreams with real pain. Direct, emotional, even tied to attempts to relieve it in the dream. Other research showed people living with chronic pain have more nightmares, more emotionally intense dream content, and more pain dreams compared to healthy individuals. And this is a key, but even science can't fully explain dreams that stay after you wake up. Dreams that leave physical memory or emotional scars that refuse to fade. Well, that pushes the boundaries of what we understand. There was a time when I wish I could rewatch my dreams, like if I could plug a monitor to my brain and hit play in the morning. Not because I wanted to relive the horror, but because I needed proof. Proof that it really happened, that I wasn't imagining this level of morbidity or vividness. But now, I don't wish that anymore. Because if I actually saw those nightmares from the outside on a screen, I think it would scar me for life. There's a dark in there I could barely survive once in the moment. The idea that I'd have to watch it again, no. For me, it's a mercy that reality doesn't work like that. So I talked about how I had dreams where I would wake up and then go back to sleep and they would continue, maybe with some slight adjustments. But there were probably 3 times where I had a dream that I felt physical pain and I remembered it the next day. And it kind of scarred me for the week. But I didn't really touch on the dreams I had where I felt physical pleasure, but I wouldn't necessarily consider this lucid dreaming because I couldn't control what was happening. So it kind of felt, there was a level of non-consent to what I was feeling, but it happened. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like there's a lot of parallels to incubus or succubus interactions, and I don't really know how else to describe it, but that sounds about right. I think you're so vulnerable while you sleep. If you're not physically or mentally in a good space, it's definitely possible. Another strange phenomenon I experienced was, I wouldn't call them lucid dreams because I couldn't control what was happening. I just knew I was dreaming. I was just conscious of the fact I was dreaming. And sometimes I would be able to like catapult myself awake, but then at one point it stopped working and I would just dream that I was doing that. And yeah, it didn't work anymore. I'm happy to report that these no longer happen and I haven't experienced any of these in probably like over a year now. And the dreams I do remember aren't nearly as disturbing, so yay. I think it is really funny though, a few days ago, the guy that I mentioned having lots of really funny, random, weird dreams about, messaged me saying that he had a really funny dream about me. We are in closer proximity, we're in the same state now, so I wonder if that's a factor. I hope he doesn't mind me sharing this, but I'm just gonna say, the dream involved him walking his dog, but there was 2 of his dog, and then blue jays just started descending from the sky and attacking him, and one lodged itself into his back. And so he went home and was like taking it out of his back. And then he walked through a door and I was like sitting on a couch with a bunch of random people and I had like short pink hair. What is it with the pink hair? And the guy next to me like apparently had a pink bush, like he didn't have pants on. And like I was with him, so whatever that means. That's so funny though. I'm just so curious what these dreams like do or don't mean because they're just so random and funny sometimes. Oh my god. Anyway, I thought I'd make a part 2 and kind of talk about what I think and how I feel about what I've experienced with dreams and just how weird they've been. It's been a weird experience for sure. Yeah, stay tuned because I have plenty of weird stories, more stories to tell. I just wanted to include some insight that I meant to do in the first video. I'm just curious if anybody else watching this experienced anything like this because I feel very alone. Yeah, like comment a weird dream that you've had. I don't know. I thought about wearing this instead. What do you think? I'm done. I'm done. Anyway, what do you think? It's supposed to be a bug.